Namaste, everyone. I'm Jeni Ji. Now, thanks for tuning into my channel. In order to get content and new videos and such, you're going to have to subscribe to my channel. Simple. Hit that little red button down there in the corner and subscribe to my podcast, Soul to Soul Connections with Jeni Ji, because there's exciting interviews with very well-known people. And for those of you who are already tuned in, you've already seen some of those interviews, and there's more exciting content coming. So this video, I'm going to give you some predictions for 2024. What can we expect for 2024? What is 2024 representing? What does it truly mean? And what does it hold for you? Now, 2024 is a universal 8 year. Now, 8 represents abundance and prosperity. So this is a huge year for you to manifest, manifest, manifest. You're going to see that your soul is going to give you what you want. That's right. You heard it. So when you're in alignment with your soul, you're really going to see that, well, Jeni, I want to manifest this and I want to create that. Create and start your vision board right now. Get it up there. Don't worry about how it's all going to get together and come together. I do it all the time. I'm moving into something myself and I'm like, how is that going to happen? And I'm not worried. How are you going to do that, Jeni? I don't know. The universe is going to, I'm just turning my phone off here. The universe is going to work with me. And that's right. You trust the process, work with this energy, because you're going to have this year of empowerment. 2024 is a year of empowerment, empowerment of your soul. We have seen 2023 when it was more about a spiritual world where there is a lot of wars happening and where you're like, I don't want to do this anymore. I'm just not interested in that. I only want to be connected with my soul tribe and so on. Seeing a lot of so-called leadership, which there is no leadership. There still is not real leadership. Now, more truth is going to be coming out this year. Just you wait and see. Nobody can run from karma. And you're also going to see some significant changes with the royal family coming again. You're going to see certain situations happening with certain presidents, so-called leaders, as I call it. There's going to be a lot of change with that. Health crises. Certain people are going to, I don't want to say too much. I've got to watch what I'm saying. But you're going to be showing a lot of reality with certain so-called leaders of the world. That's all I'm saying. Certain people are going to be like, that's not my leader anymore. And they're going to start making or wanting to do changes with that. And they're going to be connected within that spirit and energy. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. But you're going to hear about it. You're going to be seeing it anyways. So you're going to really find that you're going to get really pulled towards the new. If you look back into November 2023, even before that, you were really feeling wanting to change and leap into the new. I mean, I sure did. Oh my goodness sakes. I bought a brand new vehicle. I knew I had to do it, right? And ever since then, I've been pulled to the new, and that's it. There's no stopping me. I'm on it, trusting the process, surrendering to the process as well. You're going to see that most of you, or some of you, depending, you're going to want to work more remote work. You're not going to want to be working for people anymore. You're going to be wanting to create and stand in your righteousness and be more self-employed. So start writing down what you really want to pursue, because your soul is going to work with you. There's going to be a lot more jobs opening up for teachers. There's going to be a lot more jobs opening up for spiritual leaders and such like that. You're going to be more drawn into more authentic people, more spiritual leaders, people who you truly, truly connect with. There's going to be changes in the agriculture, the farming community, and also the financial sector. So it's really, really important to just balance everything. The inflation is going to go down. Like the inflation is crazy. It's crazy high, right? Like, oh my goodness sakes, have you not had enough of it? You're going to start seeing that coming down and getting more into balance with things, stuff like that. Thank goodness, right? Like, oh my goodness. You're going to be feeling the need to really emphasize more on your health. It's really, really important. There's a lot of health changes coming into 2024. So you have to really, really pay attention to your muscles in your body. You could have more spasms. You could find that if you're not stretching, you could do tears. Some of you could find you could have some broken bones. So you got to be really, really gentle and careful with that. And you're going to be like, I'm really drawn into, making these changes if it's more plant foods. If you're going to be having smoothies, if you're going to be wanting, I don't want those carbs anymore. I want to grow my own food. I want to support the farmers, because if we don't have the farmers, how are we going to have these fresh vegetables and meats and so on and so on, right? So even some of you are going to be like, you know what? I've had enough. I'm going to grow my own vegetables. I'm going to have my own garden, right? How many of you guys are going to do that or have been thinking of that, right? Like you have seen with your health. And it's really important to just really be careful with that, really be careful with that, because there's even going to be, this is a year of more accidents, like car accidents and certain accidents in the world, as I call it. So you really got to be careful with that. We have, solar flares are going to be really high and intense in 2024. So you're going to find that your body's going to be heating up. You're going to be hot. You're going to be cold. Your dreams are really going to intensify. So really pay attention to when you're having a dream. What was it about? Write it down, keep track of that, because your family and ancestors and your animals are going to be coming to visit you in your dreams. And you're even being shown your path ahead. You could be start to show, what, I had this dream I was supposed to move west, or I had this dream I all of a sudden was meeting this person. Things like that. Write it down. Really, really pay attention to that. You're also going to see there's going to be more babies born this year. Absolutely. For those of you who've been struggling, I know, of course, there's been a lot of people who are not fertile because of certain circumstances. We're not even going to talk about that. However, you're going to find that things might start to change for you, because the children that really want to be born into this world right now are going to make a huge impact in the world. Our technology is really changing, as you can see. They're trying to force the electric cars on us. I'm not buying no electric car. That's myself personally. I have no desire to, nor am I going to change that. So you're going to find that certain governments want to force that down your throat, that we have to have this, we have to have that. Everything's going to become digital. We're going to wipe out the currency. We're going to order you to do this. We're going to order you to do that. This is where people are going to be like, you know what? I want to make that move. I want to be more drawn, let's say, into the countryside, into the mountains, into maybe like a small community. You're not going to want to be so, involved with city life in the busyness. You're going to be like, you know what? I need some peace and quiet. So with the solar flares and such like that, it's going to create water to be rising and such like that. There could be a lot more tidal waves. There could be a lot more floods this year. There's going to be a lot of damage done with the water in certain areas. I don't want to say where, because I don't want to freak you out. Right? I'm just saying, pay attention to the Pacific coastline. So you're going to be more persistent this year. You're going to have and feel more determination. Follow your passions. When you follow what you're truly drawn towards, you're going to find that's your soul's calling, your soul's purpose. And when you're walking in your path that feels right for you, New doorways are going to open up for you. This is when you're going to be like, you know what? I want to be more self-employed. I don't want to be working for these people anymore. I don't like how I'm being treated. I don't like being ordered around. This is why this empowerment is going to really sweep you over more and more and more, because you're going to want that balance within. Your soul's going to support you. I keep trying to say that. Whatever decision it is you're doing, your soul is going to work with you, because you got to trust that process. And it's really important to not make those hasty decisions this year. Really take that time out, take that step back, really ponder, do some research. Like whenever I want to make a big decision about something, I start doing research. Like I'm moving, right? So I do research on these different places and areas and countries and towns and cities and stuff like that. And then I'm like, you got to have a home base, and then you can expand from there. So you're going to have more goals, but really do your research. Just don't jump out of something just like that, right? Because you're going to see those changes even with the farming and finances around April. And so that's going to start coming from April on, right? You're going to see more clarity then. And you're going to find that there's going to be even more changes within your family. There could be a lot more karmic family, like drama, arguments. You're going to be like, I don't want to do that. I'm not going to live my life like this. I'm going to live my life like that. Or you do it. I don't want to do it. There's a lot of huge changes in relationships, like family. Maybe if you're married, you all of a sudden could separate or divorce. Maybe if you are working for someone, you're like, that's it, I'm leaving. Here's your notice. Or all of a sudden, you're going to be like, you know what? I just want to be single and really do the work within my soul, really focus on myself. I just want some really, really healthy relationships, healthy connections. I want to be around the people who I resonate with, who support me in a positive way. And it's really important to keep showing kindness. There's a lot of people who have passed. That's going to continue on even more and more and more so. All of a sudden, all of these sudden heart attacks, sudden cancers, sudden blood clots, sudden changes with your blood and everything, that's going to continue on. We all know why. For those of you who know what I'm talking about, I'm not going to go on about it. There's no need, of course, right? So you're going to find there's going to be a lot of different growth and such like that with, like I'm saying, with certain countries and that. Things are going to, that old thing where the volcano, right? Like, the volcano starts to erupt as the emotions get higher and higher and higher. And then all of a sudden, poof, it explodes because we can't deal with it anymore. That's like our emotions, right? So it's all about balance. And whenever you really want to take that time, to like, gee, what direction do I do? What, like, what should I do? You can always book a reading with me. I'm a psychic clairvoyant medium, and I can give you those insights, how to help you on that path to shift and transcend forward and make those changes within, because we do struggle, all of us struggle in our own way. And sometimes we just need those confirmations to know that we're truly, truly on the right path, right? Soulworkwithjeni.com. You can easily book a reading with me, and I can give you my insights and such like that, right? So you're going to even find that you're going to be more intuitive. Really take that time out to meditate. Whenever you take that quiet time out to meditate, like I'm somebody that likes a lot of space and time by myself to hear my soul talk, to get those messages coming through. So then I'm like, okay, Spirit, which direction do I go in? What do I need to change? And whenever you take that quiet time for yourself, you're going to see that you're going to get and hear those messages coming through even more. As long as you're not pushing things and forcing things, you're going to find that these obstacles that you were struggling with in 2023, 2024 is going to show you new ways. It's going to open up new doorways for you. You're going to start believing in you. If you don't believe in yourself, nobody else will. Because when you've let go of the wrong people, the right people appear. Always think your journey with different people that you've connected with, especially other people who we have to let go. And because there's so many changes in relationships this year, if you had to end your relationship, it doesn't matter who it is, always look back and reflect upon what lessons you've learned from that person. Really take a look at see where you were and where you are now. Always wish that person the best on their journey. Like if I had to end a relationship with someone or friendship or whatever it is, I always wish that person the best, no matter what they've said or done to me. Let's say, as an example, I always wish them the best. It doesn't mean that I'm going to invite them back into my life. I'll forgive that person only just so I can move on myself. I'm not saying that it was okay with what they did to me, how they treated me. No, this is why I'm letting you go. So this is where your empowerment is going to come through. You're going to be like, I've had enough of that. I deserve that raise. I deserve that promotion. You promised me all of these things. This didn't happen. You're going to be depending more on you. You're going to be depending more on yourself. You're going to be more optimistic this year. You're going to be flowing in the energy and vibration of abundance and prosperity with this energy. Watch my weekly cosmic vibes videos, because I'll show you and teach you how you can utilize every single day to the fullest. What days are going to work with you? What days are not going to work with you? How you can move forward with this. Cosmic Vibes Weekly. You got to subscribe to my channel. I'm just saying, right? Because it's going to be a really, really fast-paced year. If you're like, wow, where did 2023 go? Where did 2022 go? Just you wait, because 2024 is going to go by very quickly. Very quickly. You're even going to see one of the presidents, former presidents of the world. There's going to be a lot of big changes to his family and to his health as well. I'm not going to go into details about that. You're going to share your heart more. You're going to be speaking from your heart more. Even if you look back to December 2023, take a look at what was shown to you with that Mercury retrograde. Really pay attention if you can remember, look back on that, because that theme there from around November 25th to the end of December is showing you the theme that you're moving into 2024 with. Really reflect back on that and let me know what you guys were going through. How are you going to utilize this energy to the fullest? What lessons did you learn? Always reflect back onto 2023. What lessons did you guys learn? What did it teach you? For every obstacle you have and challenges, if you take that step back and observe what it was trying to teach you, you're going to transcend forward with a lot of wisdom. Yeah, but Jeni, that didn't work out for me. Maybe that wasn't the right path for you. Maybe it wasn't the right timing for you. Maybe the universe is like, no, we don't want you walking on that path, because the universe has a tendency to step in and make those changes. And you're going to see that continuing on in this year, right? Now, make sure you're drinking a lot more water. You're going to find that this year you could be a lot more dehydrated. You can find that, I'm getting a lot more headaches this year. I'm feeling a little dizzy. I'm feeling a little off. I'm feeling a little nauseous. And that's because your soul wants you to slow down, dehydrate your body, and say, okay, let me review my diet. Let me review, what I'm eating. Let me really start scheduling in an exercise program, Maybe I want to start taking that class of yoga, or, have a trainer, or whatever it is. You're going to find that this year you're going to be able to gravitate and grab what you want to manifest, right? Plan it. Start writing things down. I want to, manifest this and this and this and this. I want to be able to change this and that and that. Don't worry about how, because the second you start writing it down, you're physically starting to write it down, and the universe will physically start making things happen for you. Be very, very specific with what you want to manifest. I write things down, be very specific, and I can manifest every single thing that I have down. And I did, especially to where I'm going towards. I'm like, wow, but you got to be really specific, because you can write everything down you want to manifest, and you're like, oh no, I forgot to add this. Wow, what a big factor. Don't be hard on yourself. It's a lesson that we can learn, that we're like regaining wisdom from it. And stop being so hard on yourself. Stop being so hard on yourself. You're also going to be reflecting back on people, and you're going to be like, wow, why did I treat that person this way? Because the unvaccinated, that, the so-called leadership wanted to divide a lot of different people. And as we've seen the truth of the reality of what things have been about, how, this and their health, your health has affected yourself by what they've tried to shove down your throat, right? My heart goes out. I've lost dear friends. We've all lost friends, family, our beloved pets, and so on. And that's going to continue on and on and on. It's really important to show compassion towards others and also yourself. You're going to be setting stronger boundaries this year. You're going to be like, I have to start taking time out for me. Start blocking time out on your calendar. You know what? I need to take a couple hours off. We all have, like family and friends and children and so on, and duties. And it's all about balancing, because this year you're going to want to balance the infinity within, so you can attract, you can create, you can make it happen, you guys, right? You can really make it happen. The UK, there's going to be changes as well. India, Mexico, Brazil, Turkey, Spain, going to be changes coming. A lot of government changes as well. So inflation is going to start working with you, and we have to kind of go through that down where we are now. Rents, the cost of living is off the charts, off the rocks with craziness. Like, who really can afford that? Either you have to have a lot of serious cash, or you're going to live way below your means and not be happy, or you're going to live high above your means and like, how am I going to do this? So it's all about that balance, you guys, that balance. Face what's really uncomfortable. You're going to have that opportunity, because when you change your story starts to change. When you let go of the wrong people, the right people start to enter your life. And you're going to see a lot of synchronicities. You're going to understand why these events happened the way they were. As you reflect back on 2023, you're going to be like, that's why that happened, or that's why that didn't happen. That's why I didn't, date that person, or that's why I didn't move there, or that's why I didn't take that job, or that's why I didn't work on this project. Things happen for a reason, and you're going to be like, wow, I'm really glad I didn't make that decision. So listen to your intuition. It's going to be a lot stronger. Trust the flow with the universal energy with ease. I'll be like spirit. If I'm looking for new opportunities, I will be spirit. I am open to receive what is best from my highest self and highest purpose. I am open to receive what is best for me. I am trusting the process of the energy flowing my way in abundance and prosperity. I claim that energy. Meditate more. Take time out for you, because you're going to find you're going to want more space this year. You're going to find you're going to want more quiet time. And some of you are going to be like, you know what, I'm just going to really continue to work on my projects and work on self-love, get my health back together, work on this, maybe start a new job, maybe start a new relationship, because there's a lot of endings with relationships of significance this year in 2024. So let me pull a couple of cards here from the collective just to see what the cards have to say as well. So I don't use cards with my clients. I'm a client or a psychic, clairvoyant, medium, past life, akashic record, animal communicator, meditation teacher, and so on. So I don't use cards. So if you do want to book a reading, like I'm saying, soulworkwithjeni.com, so you can get some confirmations from me. Sometimes all we need is that confirmation to know that we're on the right pathway to get that clarity within. So now, whenever you're using cards, make sure you clear them 3 times on wood, bang, 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 and then it clears your energy or whoever else is using it last. But I just wanted to utilize a couple of cards in case if this card here resonates with you. It's not going to resonate for all of you. I love my crystals. So let me ask the universal flow of the crystals. What is the energy and the message for 2024? My crystals are packed, so I move. What is the message from the crystal world for 2024? The message from the crystal world 2024. Crystal world message. It's the message from the crystal world. But your health, you guys, is going to be very focused this year in a really, really big way. Really, really big way. Like whenever we get stressed, of course, it affects our immune system. It affects our whole body. It throws our body out of alignment. Right. And we've had enough of restrictions. We've had enough. There's been more changes now in the world than there has been in over 10,000 years. Right. All of these crazy changes are just, I like currency. I like the dollars. I'm not into all of that other crap, as I call it. So the energy right now that fell down here is satellite. Satellite. Look at the magic with this card. It's blue, which represents communication, which represents the throat chakra. Can you see that energy there? And it looks like this is kind of like that Lemurian energy because it looks like they're immersed in water. And I did talk about this being a lot of water scenarios and situations are going to happen. There could be a lot more disasters with water in 2024, right? And if you take a look at this, it looks like this person is in a cocoon, immersed in the background of water, by the way. Look at that. So even if you go to the water, empaths gravitate towards the water because it helps you stay more grounded. They connect with, I'm a water person myself. I love the ocean. I love the lakes because I'm an animal communicator. I communicate a lot with the sea animals, the sea world. I get these messages from them. And there's a lot of activity that has been going on for quite some time under the water. And this is one of the reasons the water energy is also rising because of the activity these so-called leaders are trying to do and so on. Creates a lot of toxic energy and nuclear energy. So there's going to be a lot of more, technical, artificial, technical jobs opening up as well for 2024 as well, right? So it's all about the good and the bad, the good and the not so good. There's going to be certain jobs lost because there's a lot more digital things, right? But then it opens up new jobs for the digital marketing people and so on. So you might find that you're going to want to take more education. That's why the teachers are going to find that they're going to be a lot more busy and in demand in 2024 as well, right? So now let's pull another card here for the energy of 2024. What's the universal energy of 2024? Universal energy of 2024. Don't limit yourself, you guys, either. You're going to be a lot more disciplined to follow your routine if it's health or project or whatever. And that's pretty interesting because the card that actually fell down here is called Upskill, work, career, and at that crossroads. Right? So you're going to find, like I just was talking about teachers, there's going to be more jobs opening up for teachers. You're going to want to maybe take some courses or some classes with what you're truly drawn towards. Follow your passion. Follow what you're truly, truly drawn to, because that's the path for you, for your soul. So let me know what's going on, you guys. How is your 2024? What have you got planned for? What are you going to be doing? How's that working out for you? And for goodness sakes, make sure you subscribe to my channel to get a lot of, new content. There's a lot of new exciting content I'm going to have on my channel. There's a lot of exciting interviews I have planned on my podcast as well. So the only way you're going to find out is to subscribe to my channel. And I'm also going to be doing some readings, clairvoyant psychic readings on my channel. It's going to expand. So let us transcend together in quantum leaps and create an abundant, prosperous, successful, healthy 2024. Namaste, you guys. Wishing you an abundant 2024 of love.